So I thought, since I recently got my Carrack, I would go ahead and make a video on what it looks like when you are SMHing with a Carrack. Do keep in mind the Advance is the slowest of the four. Um, it's not specifically bad. It's been a lot of fun using it. Its best quality, obviously, is that it has the most weight limit of all four. Maxing out at 25k, I believe, with blue gear, which I don't yet have, but I'll get there. I would say the most irritating part of getting it was probably saving up all of the stones, because you have to combine 10 of these with one of the starlight things from Ravina, which would give you one of the stones to get it to +5, and then these are for +6 and up. So still overall pretty worthwhile. I will also say, for the cabin, you can open it, but only when the boat is stopped. Oops. There it goes. And stays open until I believe you get back on the wheel. And then it automatically closes. So that's pretty cool. So let's see. I think these are just regular old youngs or hungries, which die pretty quick. I don't know why I have my sail out. I shouldn't, because the wind is coming at me. So that is not what you do. That being said, I will say when I first got this, it did feel slower than my Galleus, but it's because it's a much bigger boat and it just feels bulkier. Alright, so I can one-shot those. I believe for the youngs, it depends on what type it is. If it's the deep sea youngs, it's like 3 or 4 shots, if I recall. But if it's just hungries, it's basically 1. So it's made SMHing a lot easier for me, because with my Galleus, like small gold mons would be 3 shots, whereas this is literally 1. But it's because, again, you have 9 cannons on each side, so you're using quite a few when you're doing this. Totally worth it. It took me a long time to make this boat, but I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. Alright, we're coming up on one right now. It'd be nice if the wind wasn't coming at me, but we can't have what we want all the time, I suppose. Okay. And that is how fast this boat max smalls. So I would say typically a 5X for a Carrack would take 5 minutes or less, depending on how closely groups they are. And I see there's another boat over there, so we're going that way. This is one of the several boat rotations you could do, by the way. It was closest to where I happened to be, so I figured it's the most convenient. There is another one over here. And another further down over here. But I stick to these. There's also one up here and 2 on this side. All smalls. Could have sworn I saw one over here, but I guess not. Weird. That's fine. We will keep on going. There's one. You can still ram them on this boat, but unfortunately I fucked up because my breezy sail is on, so that is not going to work. I'm just going to shoot it again. Alright, moving on. Didn't even realize I got a spirit dust for that last one. That's hilarious. I typically don't get any good drops when I'm killing these. It's only really when I'm killing the heckaroos and other things like that. Speaking of, I guess we could probably go up and kill one of those. Since I have not done that today. Let's see if I found another boat. Is that one? It is! I'm not going crazy. Beautiful. Generally I'd be doing a 5x, but we took a 4 while we were out at Vel, so figured I would do this before midway time. Gives me a reason to play with my boat. I will say it's a godsend for Magoria bartering too. I don't have my materials on me at the moment, but if I wanted to do a coin run, I could easily do that and stack extras for another trade refresh. So it's been a phenomenal help overall. Especially when I take my sailor out and about. She's much faster than my 49 barterer. My barterer is only pro 1 sailing. The only reason she even got up that high was because I turned in most of my sailing quests on her after this tune hit Artisan. The rest of that leveling has been from mostly just sailing and a couple of Achilles turn-ins over time. So it's a slow grind, I'll admit. We're going up for that last boat pretty soon, but no, I guess we can go for a heckaroo. I said we would. So for the heckaroos and the ocean stalkers, I believe it's only about 4 shots to kill them, whereas killing a candidum takes me about 8. In the past, it would have taken me almost double that with the Galleus. So while the Galleus is the best SMH boat, a Carrack will always be better, regardless of which one it is, simply because of the stats and the multipliers on the cannon. So if you're into bartering or SMH, I would highly recommend making one of these at one point. I did not have one for the first, I guess 3 years, 2 years the boats were out. They haven't been out very long, but I highly enjoy this. I think it's my favorite content of the game at the moment. More so bartering than SMH, but they're still tied together. Whoops, I missed. Should not have done that. Let's just pretend we didn't see that. Really? So it's important to note that you shouldn't attack it as it is invulnerable when it is about to attack you. You can make it easier on yourself. And press Q if you're on the left side. And if you need to shoot it from the right side, for focus fire, just press E. That might have been too far. Nope! Perfect. Alright. Here, Ocean Stalker. Don't be a brat. I just want your loot. There we go. Sorry I messed up a couple of times, but it's pretty easy to kill stuff on this boat. It's a lot faster overall. I'll always enjoy the fact that I have my Galleus, but my Carrack is obviously the superior boat of the two. So I do take it out a lot to SMH and to barter. It's multi-purpose. And there you have it. Guess I can kill one of these youngs just to test that theory as well. It should be a young Ocean Stalker coming up shortly. There you are. Alright, so that's one shot. Okay, it is one shot. I thought it was more than that. But that might only be for the deep sea ones, which would make more sense because those are tankier with a higher HP pool overall. So that makes sense. I will be doing more videos like this later in the week so that I can show how many shots each of the sea monsters takes to kill for research purposes. So, gonna be a fun time. There you have it. The Carrack. Additional information in case you were curious. Good stuff.